Hello and welcome back to another League of Legends stream. Today we actually have a special guest.
It is your host from the Overwatch and Rocket League games, Dio. Here, learning about some League of Legends. I love learning about new games that I don't necessarily play every day, so I'm here.
Yeah, and again, I'll kind of be walking us and the stream through some of this stuff. I promise this will only make the quality of the stream go up because already, as you might have noticed, we have these really handy tags up at the top that say Seton Hill and Seahawks, right?
Yeah. Stonehill.
Stonehill.
Yeah, Stonehill Seahawks.
Yes, already super cool. I think I'm just gonna hop into the OPGG stuff while we wait for the invite to the lobby and of course their draft. So here we have the Seahawks OPGG for their team. So I am expecting maybe a couple Nico bans from our team, and it seems like their top laner is pretty good.
So I'm sorry to compare games, but it's sort of like in Rainbow, in competitive, in ranked matches where you see what a team normally use and then you ban that operate, what they're called, heroes in League of Legends?
Champs.
They're called champs in here, and then you ban them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know how many operators there are in
It's over 30
Siege.
now, I think.
So there is like 140 something champs in league. So it's like a lot.
And you only can ban probably like 2 or 1.
You can ban 5 per team.
Oh,
Each person on a team has a ban.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Again, there's just
a lot.
just pages and pages and pages. But it does make for like very exciting games. Almost no 2 games are the same, except for like LCS or like esport games, because of course there's a meta.
Yeah. So what you play as well, right?
Yeah, like casually, very very casually.
So you yourself would give yourself probably like a role.
Mm-hmm.
You would think. What kind of role are you?
I tend to enjoy ADC, which our wonderful Shiny Light is on today, who is a really good ADC, I think. And I don't know how much you know about League, but there are actually 2 people in the bot lane. Okay, yeah.
0%.
There are 2 people in bot lane. There's a support and an ADC, and that's a 2v2. So I guess I should just briefly explain like the rules. So top lane is normally the one that's left alone the most. It's mostly just 2 tanks, like 1v1, or like 2 bruisers, bruiser tank, that kind of thing. And they're normally like kind of on the island of their own, unless the jungler comes to gank them. We'll talk about the jungler.
Okay.
The jungler is kind of like, they don't 1v1 as much as they and this is oversimplifying it. Obviously there is like a 1v1 element, but they'll travel to each lane kind of trying to get their other lanes ahead. And they'll it's called ganking. So if you hear me use that term,
I'll probably catch on very quickly.
Oh yeah.
I tend to.
It'll be easier during the game. Mid laner is mostly the one that the jungler mostly ganks mid or bot lane. But normally it's high damage glass cannon type characters.
Okay. So like I'm not gonna say tank, but like
so kind of like
yeah,
definitely there are a lot of assassin mid laners that are popular. in Overwatch terms, it's kind of like the DPS.
Okay.
And there's another DPS. It's the ADC,
Okay.
which is the most class cannon, the most like squishy, but has the most output potential for damage.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's why the support is also there to kind of facilitate the success, I would say. Hey, and we already have a chatter. Welcome, Toontown Lover.
Oh, that is from
Overwatch
the
team.
Overwatch team.
Yeah.
Yes.
We actually have Dio here. I don't know if you were here for the beginning of the stream, but
I'm here.
yeah, we've got a special guest star.
Broadening my horizons.
Yeah, very exciting. Yeah, so that's just like the general. Oh, one more thing. Junglers have like a summoner spell called Smite.
Yeah.
It should be starting soon.
Do the League of Legends games happen like the Rocket League games where Jack always tells me, "Hey Dale, the game's gonna start at 9." I don't get an invite until 9:20.
Realistically, we will not be in a game until 9:15, 9:20. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's also because there's like a draft.
And
element.
we can't see that.
We will. We'll watch that on stream.
Okay.
Hopefully soon. I am gonna ask for an invite to, not him, to the lobby whenever. They can definitely hear me clicking.
They might not. I don't know. No, they do.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I don't know who this is, but I think he's gonna be my favorite champ to watch.
Yeah. So
He's probably so lame. That's what games do. They make the coolest looking guy so lame.
yeah. So he's actually a top laner, and he has a whole bunch of healing and stuff.
Yo, what?
Yeah.
That's not what a healer should look like.
Nah. Well, he only heals himself, so it's kind of like
Makes
that
sense.
greedy kind of.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at him. He looks cool. Again, I think the skins in this game look so cool. Honestly.
That is a part of the reason why wanted to watch some more League, because they always look cool.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because the games like in game you can't really see as much how cool they look, except for like a few different skins. But because it's like your characters look so small in there.
Yeah, because you're like, it's the over top view kind of, right? Okay.
Yeah, top down. But yeah, the
Stupid.
but yeah, I don't know. I like watching the pro stuff. Shoot
rooting for
Quantum.
him.
Yeah, I'm excited for Shoot Quantum as well. Hopefully we'll see a really good performance. I know that he's been practicing a couple characters.
Matt, get me in. Yeah. I don't know if they can have one. Okay, what's up?
So let me pull up the again. Okay, and we are back, and we actually got a hold of the spectator draft link. So, oh, it looks like they're using a new thing today. This is actually really interesting. So we already see our first ban, and it is Seton, who is a top laner. We kind of saw them like talking a little bit about how looking at, and we will be right back. Just one more second. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna let Shiny Light ever play this gen. So again, we do see the Nico ban that I was talking about before the game. Nico mid, the other team is a pretty big proponent of, and a Zaya ban who is still pretty strong.
And as we seen like that stat whatever paper that we seen, they like the team also saw that same like
they saw it for us.
Okay.
You know, like they like so that's how they know that they want to ban the Jhin for a Shining Light. They want to ban Quantum's Silas. And what we what we've picked so far is Zeri, who is an ADC. So I'm excited to see Shiny Light on that. She scales up really well. You know, late game she puts out so much damage. It's crazy. And Jarvan is a jungler that is more of an early game like gank, like just perma in lane, trying to get the lanes ahead jungler. So I'm super excited to see Shiny Light too. And the Orianna comes out. That's Quantum's pick.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And so we already see what two of our matchups are going to be. It's going to be Aurelion Sol versus Orianna in the mid lane, and Zeri versus Tristana in the bot lane. And our third matchup is Jarvan versus Wukong.
That has to be like a
jungler. Yeah.
There we go. All right. Okay.
See, you're already starting to pick it up.
Okay.
And as we head into the second round of bans, I think I really like Quantum's Orianna, but I think that Aurelion Sol is actually in a pretty strong state right now, especially with that ultimate and that like infinitely scaling passive. I think that Aurelion Sol is super strong. So that could be
Did the person
tough.
with the red screen decide not to ban anyone?
I think so. I think that they. So their first ban was actually Yumi. They typed that in the chat. So
Okay. It's just glitching
yeah,
probably. All right.
yeah, definitely. And we actually see a ban on both Zaya and Rakan. So they're kind of a bot lane that's normally played together. I think that's really interesting, especially since their team still has yet to pick a support. So that kind of sees what direction we're looking in for round two. And they ban out two top laners, Malphite and Ornn, who are both. Malphite is more of like I would say less tanky, more like early game focused,
Okay.
CC focused, and Ornn is super late game, helps his team scale a lot, and his tankiness is, I would say, one of, if not the most in the game. So.
So he's Thanos. He's the Thanos.
Yeah, definitely. And it's funny that you say that because he's like an ironsmith, right? So he builds new items for the carries in the game. So
And then one more thing is League like, you know how there's the jungler, the support, the ADC.
yeah, ADC.
Is it like an Overwatch? You don't have a restriction like there has to be this amount of roles on each team.
Yeah, so there's actually just one person per role.
So
It's
so there is a restriction.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, it's like technically you can play more than one person with smite, so like the jungler type thing, but you'll really never see that. Oh, and we see a Lulu pick. This is actually Toontown Lover's favorite pick. Fun fact. So.
Looks like a cute like character. It's probably one of the most OP characters. That's how this game works. They make the little cute characters like.
You would be 100% correct. Lulu is strong. She has one of the best CC options in the game. An amazing ult to like with CC. She has pretty good damage in poke. So you are 100% correct. And as the final two picks are out, Cho'Gath, who is super strong right now, another one of those infinitely scaling people that gets so much health by the end of the game and literally gets bigger as the game goes on. Yeah, it's crazy. And Mordekaiser, who I would say is tanky and very 1v1 focused.
Okay.
His ult actually puts you both in a circle and has you fight 1v1, where Mordekaiser has a little bit of an advantage in there.
So like more times than not, if he's in a one-on-one situation, he's gonna probably come out on top.
Most likely, yeah. Yeah. And of course, there's always the skill aspect.
Yeah.
But as we were seeing, actually, this top laner has a pretty good. It seems pretty good. So yeah. I think some of the toughest matchups would be mid and top, I would say. And I don't think that we're gonna see that much action. I don't think that we're gonna see that much action until late game in the bot lane, strictly because Zeri and Tristan both want to get that like scaling, both want to get that, really focus on late game damage potential. And here, of course, we're just gonna see the exact same thing that we just saw.
Because it's the automatic. Okay.
Yeah. We only use this tool because not everybody has every champ. So it kind of just makes it easier. It's not as much like he picks that and then he swaps,
Okay.
So luckily, if there was any question if Mordekaiser would be played jungle or anything, we'd see that now. But I don't think that we're gonna see anything too out of the ordinary. I think for Seton Hill, it's going to be Cho'Gath, Jarvan, Oriana, Zeri, Lulu. And for Stonehill, it's going to be Mordekaiser, Wukong, Aurelion Sol, or Aesol, as we'll probably call it, and Tristan and Carroll in the bot lane.
This is the map. Oh, wait. That would be the map they're playing on.
Yeah, this will be Summoner's Rift, which is the same map every time.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no real variation in the map. You know,
maybe like a skin, maybe like a.
Yeah, sometimes
skin,
there's
like the same.
There
skin.
used to be like winter skins and stuff like.
But it's still kind of like the same like setup.
Yeah, well, every season they change like little things, like they tweak stuff, like where bushes are at, like where stuff like that is, and.
Does that really change much, or not really?
It can, specifically in like bot lane and top lane matchups. And the jungle is, I think, what changes the most. Like this most recent season, they had a huge jungle update where they just changed almost everything. They gave them little pets. They changed like the stone creatures called Krugs to be like, instead of breaking off multiple times, they made it more of like they break once and give more gold and stuff like that.
Okay, so this middle part right here, that's the mid lane.
Yeah.
Top
lane.
Bottom.
And bot lane. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And the junglers we're gonna see like so if Seton Hill is on the blue side, the jungler is mostly gonna be in this area, and the stone hill will mostly be on the red side.
Okay.
So yeah.
Ready to watch this match. Quite excited.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait another 2.5 minutes for streamer delay. But what I like to do is Loldo. And we so Loldo, yeah. See, chat's popping off. Okay. Toontown Lover, what do you wanna start off with? Any champ in specific? Varus. Okay. Cool, let's see what we've got. Not male. It could be mid or bottom. It's either Darken or Human, mana, and ranged. So now what we've got to do is we've got to think of I think we're going to do a mid lane Human with mana and ranged. That's a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know that there's not very much that you can do while playing this game, but... Oh, you want to do a bot laner? Okay, let's do Jinx. I think that's actually a good idea. That fits most of the stuff. And she came out before 2012. So... Okay, so she counts as a chemically altered human? So it's definitely a human character. Oh, she came out after 2012. Let's do... I'm trying to think of who bot lane champs are. Misfortune. Okay. Hey! Okay, Toontown Lover. We have about a minute, so let's just go right into the quote. What's worth a soul? I'm gonna go Thresh. Because he collects. Oh my god!
Easy.
One shot that. That's crazy. Should we do abilities?
Yes,
I guess why not? I don't know. Maybe Kale? Any idea, Toontown Lover?
It looks like a
butterfly almost.
That looks like a butterfly.
Oh!
Fairy.
Ow! This is Gina's favorite character. Lulu.
Use.
Okay. Let's just. Okay. And we.
A pixie, fairy, something like that.
Okay. And we will have to save this for. Oh, it was her E. Okay. I think I apologize to Intent Lover. We're gonna save this next one for after this match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything specific that you're excited to watch? Any matchup?
I'm excited to find out like what makes someone a better League of Legends player.
Mm-hmm.
Like what do you have to do in like small decisions? Like what do you do in that time frame to like
Yeah.
be different? I don't know.
I think that that's where League of Legends is actually pretty interesting. I think that a lot of it is like in a whole, like knowing your place in the team and knowing like what your team needs to do to succeed. So like if you're an early game based comp, then you need to know, okay, we need to get dragons, we need to get jungle objectives, and if you're scaling, you need to know like how much can we give and take to make sure that our team gets to the late game and their team doesn't get too far ahead. And so it's always kind of that push and pull where you have to think about like both teams in that kind of zoomed out outlook. Yeah, so right now they're just kind of waiting for the game to actually start, waiting for minions to spawn, waiting for. Oh, and we might see a bit of a.
So
they're already kind of pushing into the top lane.
Why is he not fighting back?
He again. So Mordekaiser is a bit of a top, like a 1v1 level thing, and also there was three of them here. So if he would have fought that, he could have been just destroyed like immediately. But luckily they didn't have too much CC, so I don't think that we would have seen a level 1 death from either team.
And then how do you raise levels? Just by destroying minions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we already see the minions are starting to spawn and come across. So each minion gives you a certain amount of XP or a certain amount of XP and gold. And in the bot lane, that XP and gold is shared. Yep. So so all that we're really seeing is the lanes just poking each other, trying to get a little bit of an advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's not too much to talk about right now.
I see their. He's hit.
Oh man, and
he's already on level 2.
Yeah, Mordekaiser hit level 2 before Cho'Gath, which could be pretty scary for Cho'Gath.
3 of their people are at level 2.
Yeah.
One of Quantum just hit 2.
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, Lulu is still level 1, so they could lose the 1v or 2v2 if it goes too far.
Lulu's made it.
Yep. There's a level 2. Lulu doesn't lose. So again, we kind of talked about how like the different lanes, but Mordekaiser and Cho'Gath are pretty much even right now, even in level. Mordekaiser does have a little bit more minion CS. Log Lulu, I like that. So yeah.
So like technically speaking, right? Oh.
And that was a nice trade. That was a nice trade coming out from Shoot Pipe.
It was. Technically speaking, right? The Mordekaiser, that's the one at the top lane for us, right?
Yeah. So for us, we have Cho'Gath.
Okay.
And
Cho'Gath.
Pipe is on the Cho'Gath.
Okay. He technically could have made his own decision and went bot lane, and would there have been a penalty or like?
So that won't really happen because like that's not where his role is played. It's more of a thing where like everybody is kind of confined to their own like space.
Okay.
And we could see like roaming, we could see people like traveling across the map trying to get their other lanes ahead, but that's more of like a niche thing.
like a last minute, maybe
Yeah.
desperate.
Uh-oh, and we see Wukong is in the bot lane, but and we see both both junglers are here. This could get a little bit hairy if since Origami does not know that Wukong is there. Oh, and Luglio is forced. The flash is forced out, and we could see a nice CC coming out from Origami.
They're pushing them back.
Wukong gets a shield. And a
They're
flash
retreating.
in on Zeri! First blood goes down to Zeri. This is absolutely massive. And Lulu stays alive, so they don't even get that kind of trade.
Lulu also levels up just now. So that jungler is like that kind of like that flex guy that comes in wherever he needs to be.
Yep, and
Did Lulu just?
So Lulu went back to her base.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thought.
She went back to get some more health. Uh-oh, this is a little bit of a tricky situation for the Karma, and she uses her empowered Q on, and just barely misses it. Oh, and it all comes out, and the flash is forced out from Aesol.
Almost got another blood there.
Yeah. One more auto and one more, and a flash comes out from Wukong, and the flash is just traded out. Well played from the Wukong, just getting out that summoner spell, but it really only makes it even because of the play before, and Tristana just jumps out. I don't think we're gonna see too much from this. Flash comes out from from jungle and from the Stonehall support, Karma. Just barely missing that cannon. That's okay though.
Back at the base, raising health, just chilling.
Yep. And this is a pretty big wave on. This is a pretty big wave for top lane.
It's literally him versus the army. Oh, he's getting some minions back.
So luckily the Wukong is not ganking, because otherwise it could be kind of hard to get all of that CS. And again, all of the CS in most of the lanes is pretty even. I'd say that a 20 CS lead in the bot lane is pretty massive.
Is there any possible way for, like, you know how the champs level up, for like the minions to like improve at all, or like make, say, like, my minions are better than your minions at this one point in time?
Yeah, so actually, if we they're taking drag, and we can kind of look over here. So these things called inhibitors, if they're taken, they will spawn super minions for the team that took it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that provides it an advantage, like a map advantage. So they kind of are forced to deal with that, or it's going to push into them.
And normally, I'm gonna guess here, the person that will probably steal that gem would be the jungler.
So it's more of like a team effort.
Team effort. Okay.
There's one in each lane.
Okay.
So if bot lane wins really hard, then there could be a pretty early inhibitor take. But most of the time, you'll see the winning team is able to get those map objectives a little bit more. Yeah, and a play goes to Mordekaiser, so a little bit of extra gold in his pocket, and we see the Wukong is looking for another gank. So if we look at what Shiny Light sees, again, this could be a little bit frightening for him. He has no idea that this Wukong's here.
Oh, so that's what they see as a player.
Yeah, so this is what Shiny Light sees right now. And this is what everybody sees. So Wukong just backs, which is probably the smart decision. Just getting.
So, like, technically speaking, maybe let's say Salvation on their team, they don't necessarily see Shiny Light right there. That was just
no.
Okay.
Yeah, no. yeah, there are a lot of situations where like one team will see the other player, but they don't even think that they're seen. So the map awareness in this game is pretty important. Just to know like is mid lane missing? Is top lane missing? Do we need to worry about like jungler? Just a lot of stuff like that. And again, the 2v2 is going pretty well. Tristana actually is able to clog back a lot of that CS. So I think that most lanes are looking pretty even currently.
It looks like it's even right now, minus the blood that we got. I'm just saying, you got
Yeah,
the first one.
and there is about a 20 CS gap up in top, but that's kind of to be expected whenever you pick Cho'Gath into Mordekaiser. Yeah, so they push in, looking for a gank, and the ult comes out, Flash comes out, and Lulu ult comes
Ooh,
out. This is
another blood.
three ults for one kill, but it's on Shiny Light, so that's a really really important thing to get out.
These guys at the top lane just been going at it.
Yeah, just smacking each other around. Uh-oh, they have to be a little bit careful. They don't want to.
Was that all right there? That spin? Oh, that's just a...
Yeah, that spin is Wukong's ult, and Shiny Light is kind of poking down this Wukong a little bit, making sure that if they do want to engage this fight, making it really tough for them. Quantum takes a little bit of a trade. And they don't know that they're on a ward, but I don't think that it's really going to matter at this point. Again. Oh! And the back gets off!
What just happened?
So he went back to his base, and Mordekaiser was attempting to stop his back. And he actually got the back off, so... Really fortunate for Cho'Gath there, pipe. And but again, this Chronos has much like about 20 CS more. So it's gonna be really tough to get some of that that XP and gold back, especially as
What is the
Mordekaiser.
gold used for?
Yeah, so all of these items down bot. Okay. This is actually an entire item. Okay. Mordekaiser already built his Rallies. Yeah, and Rallies just kind of slows. Like, different items just do a whole bunch of different things. Yeah, and again, like, the slow, you can even see it in lane right now. Cho'Gath is, as he's walking. And a nice trade, chunking out Asol to about half. But Orianna has to be careful. Quantum has to be careful. Stun comes out. All comes out from the Cho'Gath.
And got jumped.
Yep, he just barely doesn't get the Asol back. And this is unfortunate because now Asol has a chance to get some CS in back and probably get a pretty good back with nice items.
When you get destroyed, do you go back to level 1?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you just lose XP from the minions that die, and you lose some gold. And another engage happens down bot lane. Flash is forced out, and
double kill.
A nice double kill from Jarvan, the jungler. And this is going to let Shu take the second drag, which is a pretty important one. But we do see Asol kind of posturing up a little bit. I wonder if Asol wants to. Yep. No, and they do get the drag, which is fortunate. Oh no! And that one kill let Asol get the Liandry's. So that's a pretty big power spike.
Is that a power spike for the entire team or just Asol?
Just Asol. Yeah, but it's gonna make trades much harder for Orianna. Yeah, so that's like we were saying, like Orianna's gonna have a really tough time, because I think Asol is more of Asol is definitely more of a um, like meta pick right now, I'd say. Yeah, we do see about a 40 lead, a 40 CS lead coming out from the Mordekaiser, and again, like even stuff like this, like he's taking the shoes Gromp, um, blue side Gromp, and that's not going to be good at all for a shoe at all.
Was that an
And
ultimate?
oh man, and Shiny like gets another kill. A flash comes in from Asol, and they have to be really really careful about how they want to engage this because again we see Tristana is at full health and almost everybody on the blue side is low. Yeah, this was very dangerous, but Shiny Light's able to make it out with 1 for 0. And like again, a really good ult combo from Jarvan and Lulu. We see these just incredible plays coming out, showing the team synergy. Oh man,
That 1v1 Mordekaiser.
yeah, and this looks like a solo
Mordekaiser.
kill. And shoot pipe goes down again. That's the importance of the gold, the rallies, and even Mordekaiser's ult, which took him away. Really, nothing, no outside factors could save Cho'Gath. Yeah, this is one fed Mordekaiser. It's
He
going to be
looks
very
beefy.
tough. Yep, he is massive right now.
So so the kills at the top of the screen? That would not be like a clear indicator of like who's winning most of the time.
Not exactly. Yeah, so a lot of times there are really important things like it's really important to take into account CS, tower platings, or really anything like that. And again, another shutdown goes to Mordekaiser. So we're gonna see this game get tougher and tougher for bot lane and for the whole of blue side in general, as Mordekaiser makes his presence known.
Because bot lane, I feel like before Mordekaiser and Asol started doing their thing, I thought bot lane was really gonna take over. Honestly, they started really good,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, no, and again, they are still doing a really good job. Like we should still see them do a lot of damage. A 3-0 Zeri is pretty big. And again, they're just trying to get a little bit of vision control, both teams. And Karma takes a little bit of vision out of their jungle.
I see that Lulu is relocated to this is mid lane. Right?
Yep, and we're gonna see a 4v4 or 4v5 actually, or 4v4.
It looks like blue. One of the top lane's turret is gone now.
And this is again another extremely dangerous situation for Shoot Pipe. He's gonna try to make his way out, but Rallies is just too powerful. He's just taken down. No tower to save him.
What's his name again? The big guy,
Mordekaiser.
Mordekaiser.
Yeah.
And he just Kronos was using Cho'Garth.
Yeah, Cho'Gath. Shoot Pipe is using Cho'Gath, which is another pretty strong pick right now. But currently, we're not going to see too big of an impact.
Because of Mordekaiser.
Yeah, Mordekaiser right now is currently taking tier 2 tower and split pushing.
Yeah, he's definitely Thanos. I don't care who the other guys thought. Mordekaiser is.
Yeah.
He got all 5 Infinity Stones right now.
Oh yeah, he is powerful, and we're even seeing him group up right now for drag, and Cho'Gath realizes this and
Mordekaiser is coming to wreak havoc.
Yeah,
and there's no possible way that you could like take away his.
Oh, and a huge Orianna ult. And we see one go down for red side. Zeri runs in.
There's a whole lot of going on right now.
Oh man, and another one goes down for Quantum, a double kill. Oh. And Zeri burning the Mordekaiser. Oh, and that is absolutely massive.
Are we gonna take this drag as well?
Yeah, and And another thing, just an incredible engage from the jungler, kind of trapping them all in. Orianna ulting them, just getting like so much CC coming out right there, and oh,
We take the drag, but it looks like our mid lane guy just went down.
yeah. So Quan actually gets burnt by the Aesol. And Cho'Gath kind of acts as the team smite since since Origami went down in the previous fight. So all in all, I think in general that was pretty good for Shu. Uh-oh.
And he's
And he's forced to flash out. That
almost.
absolutely like massive from the top laner.
I can see how I would get really mad in this game. I would have like chased him. I would have just forget everything and would have chased him for the kill.
Yeah, and Shu Pipe is coming back with a vengeance, as Chad is
One of our turrets have been was that probably like bot lane maybe.
Oh, and Karma gets run down, and another kill goes down to Shiny Light. This is Battle of the Goliaths right now. Mordekaiser versus Zeri. And how will Shu's really gonna have to be careful against this Mordekaiser, because he can just take this tower and then 1v1 someone with his ult. Oh, and Quan flashes out. That is Aesol's ult, which like goes on cooldown sometimes for a longer time, I think, than most. He kind of has to build up his stacks. All in all, she was able to save this tower for now, but a lot of health is missing.
It's one tap at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way to heal it or bring it back up?
It looks like Cho'Gath is going to try to go back before this next fight, but this is definitely dangerous. I think they're just going to be forced to give this
it's gone.
Tower. Yeah.
And it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, not very much you can do in that situation, but. And again, they have to be very, very careful of this Mordekaiser. We've seen before how big he can be, and it looks like Mordekaiser.
Maybe going down. Has to retreat.
Yeah, and Quan gets a
he's-
lot of damage. Mordekaiser uses his shield,
He's one tap.
but will it be enough? Oh, and Cho'Gath eats the Tristana. Man, and again, these very, very close fights that were just barely, like, Shu is just barely coming out on top. Very, very dangerous situations. Shiny Light ults and is forced to flash out, but we still could see an engage here, especially with this many people. And the red side tier 1
Turret
tower.
is gone. Mid lane turret is. Where did he just go? Mordekaiser.
He backed. He went back to base.
Okay. So they could just like teleport back to base at any moment's notice.
So it takes a little bit of time to channel, and if they get interrupted, it kind of
Restarts.
Yeah, it restarts it, and basically the other team can. Yeah.
He kind of has to be like clear to like just teleport. Like he has to like.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Or the other team has to decide that they can root back if they know they can't take the 1v1. That's something that you'll see sometimes in if Cho'Gath knows that Mordekaiser is going to win the 1v1, he'll let him back instead of trying to stop his back most of the time. Especially as we see about a huge CS lead in the top lane, but pretty much the exact same CS lead on the opposite side for Zeri and Tristana. So and mid lane's pretty even, I'd say. I'd say that there's been a lot of action mid lane.
And that's
So-
been with the ASOL and
the Orianna,
and
yeah.
Orianna.
and Cho'Gath and Mordekaiser are going to ignore each other, trying to get this this tower and the CS. Pretty good trade comes out from Cho'Gath, but again, has to be very, very careful with how.
And he can't leave that circle now, right?
Well, no, he's just slowed a lot.
And
And he goes down again. This 1v1 potential for Mordekaiser is just unmatched. Oh, and the ult comes out from Jarvan and Orianna onto the ASOL, and a shutdown for Jarvan. Really, really well played from Jarvan. But they do have to be careful because Mordekaiser is at the inhibitor tower in their base.
and when that
And a huge polymorph in the missed flash from
Shiny
Shiny,
Light.
or not
Shiny
from Shiny
Light.
Light, from Karma. and they get another kill, trading 3 for 0 and the drag. They get the drag as well. But unfortunately for blue side, this Mordekaiser is in their base.
in base.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Again, this Mordekaiser has just been pushing.
And now he has super minions, or not yet?
Not quite, because he didn't get a chance to take this inhibitor yet. But again, like a very, very dangerous situation for Shu, because there is no longer a tower there to defend that.
Lane.
What's up?
Defend that lane. Right?
Yeah. There's no longer a tower to defend that inhibitor. So if you just want to walk up and hit it, you can.
It'll take some time to destroy it, though, right? And it's like a health bar.
Not for Mordekaiser. He's pretty strong right now, so he can probably,
Is there a max on these levels, or they just keep going up?
Yeah, so they will go to level 18. 18 is the max.
Is there still ways to improve at 18, or it's kind of like you are what you are?
You can improve through items, but you can't improve your abilities like through upgrading them anymore.
Okay.
18 is the max upgrades. Oh, and a nice little bit of damage. Jarvan engages onto the Wukong, forces him to use his clone. And again, just a couple of trades. We see Zeri shooting that long distance ability, and yeah, I again that Zeri E, I think is just dealing damage. Let me see. Sorry, that Zeri W is it's a really good poke tool at this point in the game. And the tower just barely survives with
Barely
ASOL taking the
survives.
minions. Yeah.
It's one tap though, so when we're ready, it'll be gone.
Yep.
Is this mid lane?
This is bot lane. Yeah, Mordekaiser and Cho'Gath are fighting it out in every lane. Mordekaiser is level 17. He is absolutely massive. This is a very, very dangerous situation for Shu, especially since like these 1v1 or 2v, even 2v1 situations, Mordekaiser can make a dangerous stand.
Their salvation guy. Who is he using again?
He's using Karma. He's a support.
Is it harder for support champs to level up? Because I see he's still on level 9.
Yeah. So both supports are a little bit under leveled than their team. Like
Our Lulu's at 11.
yep.
Shiny Light.
And another kill to Shiny Light. And a huge Aurelion Soul ult. They match it with the Wukong ult, and a double kill comes out from Shiny Light. That's a triple kill. And Zeri is so fast. This could be another pentakill for the second week in a row. And the Mordekaiser is the last one standing. He ults the Jarvan. Jarvan is forced to flash out. A little bit more CC comes out from Mordekaiser. And they wait for...
He's holding out.
And he Zonias. He's trying desperately not to give the penta, and the pentakill comes out from Zeri. They wait out the Mordekaiser ult, and they get five for nothing in return. And Zeri, Jarvan, and Lulu are gonna start up this Baron and get even the Cho'Gath is gonna get more fed. An incredible play. Quantum has to be a little bit careful despite the level difference from this Karma. And that's Baron. what an incredible play. Just you'll see Jarvan is peeling for Zeri. Cho'Gath is CCing them. Jarvan is CCing them. Orianna with the massive Oriole, and just incredible display of teamwork and yeah.
How rare is that? A ace.
Yeah, it is rare.
Okay.
But this is a fun fact. This is our second week in a row that we've seen Shiny Light specifically with a pentakill.
MVP.
Yeah, oh yeah. A very, very exciting, man. And Shiny Light, again, just making this look easy. But of course, anything will look easy whenever you have your entire team backing you up.
Yeah.
You actually just missed a pentakill from Shiny Light. Yeah.
And gotta stop using those bathrooms.
Yeah. Again, you do a huge Jarvan on Lulu up to match. A kill comes out from Jarvan, pushed back by the Tristana, and Cho'Gath is actually able to eat one. Mordekaiser goes down, and this is going to be Dragon Soul for Seton Hill.
That's our fourth drag?
Yeah. So after 4 dragons, you get one mega buff. So each one is a little buff.
Do you keep that for the whole match now?
Yeah. So for the rest of the match, now we're gonna see these this huge defensive buff for all of them.
The tier 2 turret is gone. They're eating. They just and
yeah.
Their inhibitor is gone.
Could be it. Wukong's up. Wukong, Tristana, and Karma are all up, and Asol
really
will be up in 1.
Tier 3 turret is gone. Inhibitor is
gone. Bot and mid inhibitor are both gone. So this is
and it's gone.
Basically, just canceling all of the benefits that Mordekaiser split pushing got, and
from the start, from middle of the match. Okay.
Yeah, and now we're even seeing Mordekaiser's impact start to wane a little bit as
he's kind of small right now. He doesn't seem like a threat anymore.
The biggest issue I think is now we won't see as many 1v1s. So Mordekaiser, where he kind of shines, is
so his
is that 1v1
advantage is kind of null void at this point.
Right now he's kind of looking to catch people out, hopefully get a pick for his team, so then they can make 5v4 plays, and we'll also take another look at that Penta, hopefully in slow motion. And again, we talked about the 1v1 potential, but what we're seeing right now is Mordekaiser v5.
Ain't no fair ones.
And this massive Cho'Gath ult takes him down from half health and just deletes him. Oh man, this is just incredible team play coming out from Shu. And Cho'Gath, I don't know if you can tell, but this Cho'Gath is way bigger than the rest of everybody else on the map.
He looks like a giant.
And Zeri ults in, and a massive Asol ult. Oriole comes out, and Origami is on a rampage again.
Asol just got taken out? Is that who just got taken out?
Yeah, Asol, yeah. And we see 3 inhibitors down for Stonehill. This situation is looking absolutely dire as we take their Nexus turrets one by one.
This is a playground for us at this point.
Yeah, honestly. And
looks like we will. Okay, is that the dub?
Yep, and
is that a dub?
And that is a dub. I want to go back to see the pentakill.
Is it best out of 3, 4, or is that it?
So it is best out of 3. So we need to win one more game for the. I don't know. Okay, here was the pentakill. So we can kind of go through this in a little bit of slow mode.
It was so tough.
I'm a little bit early. So I'm gonna speed it up, and we see, first thing that we see is the engage onto the Karma, immediately half healthing it, her, and the Jarvan ults in, And this is where Shiny Light decides, okay, I see my chance, and I'm just gonna pop this ult. And
take it.
Basically one shots the
first
Karma.
kill. That was the first kill.
Yeah, that was the first kill. And Jarvan is just soaking out so many of these abilities. Lulu ult comes down onto the Jarvan, keeping him up for more CC.
Takes out right there.
Orianna ult comes out onto Asol.
Oh.
That's a triple kill for Zeri. And again, just massive damage coming out from the Q auto. And
this is the hardest one right here, the hardest kill.
And the absolute hardest one. Mordekaiser is like, I do not want to give this Zeri a pentakill at all. I'm going to try my absolute hardest. I'm going to ult this Jarvan just to take myself away from this hopefully get one more back, maybe. And again, Jarvan is just dodging every single ability, CCing, and dealing damage. This is a very dire situation for Mordekaiser. Uses his Zhonya, makes himself invulnerable, and we see they're not taking any chances, giving this pentakill to Zeri, and an incredible display of teamwork and just what an absolutely massive game.
That was really good.
That was incredible.
That was
what a game. And again, we see this damage, these damage charts. Mordekaiser with the absolutely astronomical for a tank, and Zeri just burning the Stonehill crew alive. But Mordekaiser made his impact known throughout the entire map.
Yeah.
Asol just absolutely burning people with his Liandries. And flying through, and we even saw at one point that Asol burning the Orianna basically all in one shot.
I really liked how the Mordekaiser was like very prominent and like dominant early game. Well, I wouldn't say early, like in the middle of the game.
Yeah. Mid game was run by Mordekaiser.
He was all over the place. He was at bot lane, mid lane. Top lane.
He took inhibitor tower top lane. Like again, his split pushing was very strong.
But then once Shining Light was kind of shining the whole game as Zeri, right?
Especially near the end.
Yeah.
At the end, once he got those kills, he bought QSS. So basically, even Mordekaiser couldn't ult him and get the 1v1. That's what's in his name. He was shining. He was a shining light throughout the game.
the penta kill, the ace, that really was like a big.
Oh, massive.
I think whenever I see that, I'm gonna see like, yeah, whoever gets that, that's a good indicator they're gonna win the game.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, and I do think it's really important as well to acknowledge the impact of like the entire team, like all of them working just to get that pentakill, and we even see like 13 and 0, 0, 0 and 22, massive. Like Lulu, like this bot lane score is just absolutely massive. 7 and 2, 2, 2 and 13, 3, 3 and 2. Like.
All right, so
I just want to acknowledge nobody's scoreline is bad here.
Yeah. So first number is a kill.
Yep.
Second number death. Third number is what?
Wait, what? Oh, assists. Yeah, so that's why this many assists is like massive, and this is farm. We even see like almost 9 CS a minute for Zeri, so that kind of gives a bit of an indicator of how strong, how much of an impact a character is able to have.
I did fall in love with that moment. That was probably I don't know. It's kind of like a villain here, but like my second favorite moment to that one was watching Mordekaiser just be a Mordekaiser.
Yeah, 100%.
That was kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, the Mordekaiser just taking on the entire team. And I really like your analogy of Thanos, kind of like all of the Avengers jumping in on this Mordekaiser trying to take him down. And he made his impact known 100%.
May catch me in here one day just solo killing League of Legends.
Oh man. Stream that because that's what the people want to see.
I've learned. I think I'm good at Overwatch now. I think I'm a good.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm a good Moira. I can play ranked competitive with Moira.
Yeah.
I started playing Rocket League. I'm not. I'm done. I'm done with Rocket League.
You're not picking up
Nah.
League.
League, you may see me in here just practicing.
Yeah. So Toontown Lover is again on the Overwatch team. She's an Ana Kiriko main. So yeah. And I think you used to play a lot of Moira, right? Moira.
Oh.
Yeah, Toontown Lover. So yeah, kind of. It's called we call it Lucio Jail, because it's kind of like Lucio, while he may seem like the fast-paced character, riding on walls. No, he is the most boring support to play. They do put you in jail. They put you in jail. Yeah, unfortunately, Moira does have a bit of a whereas Ana has purple and sleep. Kiriko has cleanse and teleport. Moira is kind of left in the dust with her. Well, she does have pretty good escape and amazing heal and damage potential. So I do think that support has some of the most balanced characters. I think that there are some very obvious tank. Yeah, she is still great. Of course, I think that the game's in a pretty balanced state right now.
I still very much miss having 6 players, but yeah.
You are telling me they removed my role in the game, in the entire game. They removed it. Oh, I forgot.
I really do miss having 6 players.
Yeah, man. That I'll never get over it. But the one thing is, I guess it is easier to see in the game now because there's not as much visual clutter. But again, I would trade that in a millisecond. That's why I fell in love with this game, Overwatch. For those of you who don't know, I'm on the Overwatch team as well. So as I talk about Overwatch, I'm talking about it from a place of love and hate. I will like it more when we remove Hammond. I agree. I think
is that a character?
That's the Wrecking Ball.
Oh.
The Sargo guy who just rolls around, and we see. Hello. You want to do a bit of a post-game interview? Okay. I'm gonna slide over a little bit. I hope you don't mind. Sorry. Oh. Yeah. So how did you feel about the Jarvan? How did you feel about J4? First of all, I'd like you guys to welcome Shu Origami.
Yo, how are we?
Chat's popping off.
I mean, game went well. That's kind of one of our more common drafts that we try to go for with the J4 jungle pick early, and then options just been popping off lately on the Zeri. So I mean, we're trying to abuse that as much as possible.
The 2 pentakills each week.
Yeah, and even in our practice games, Zeri's just hits his weapon. Honestly, I tried to get him on it earlier in the season. He was a little hesitant, but as soon as he went, he could not go back. So I mean, we're pretty excited about that.
I really do think that the fast-paced
I think it suits his playstyle really well.
I guess though it is a bit of a the foil to the Jin, which was his early
way back. His oldest main was Jin, and he has a ton of mastery on that, which is kind of just games played.
Chat's asking if you would ever wear a Yumi outfit.
A
cat outfit.
That's probably the other Logan.
Austin. They're asking if we can put Shiny Light in that.
Yeah, we can probably do that for
definitely. I think
like a fundraiser.
Yeah, definitely.
We could do one of them advent calendars where we all dress up as something, get some fundraising going.
Yeah.
Definitely one character each.
Oh
yeah, Dio was popping off. We kind of had that Thanos moment of, as he put it, where it was all 5 of you on the Mordekaiser.
Yeah. No, but game one went well. We stuck to our draft. We stuck to our game plan. So I mean, as long as we don't we execute it, we should win the game.
Yeah, and again, like all of that peeling, that CC,
it's perfect for
like,
us. And,
oh man, just very well executed. I loved watching. I loved watching, honestly, just the synergy.
Yeah, no,
between all
honestly,
of you.
But I mean, it's like 9 days since from last season.
Oh,
I don't know if anybody was present in the chat from our last season's games, but honestly, like we just look like a different team. It's I mean, we used to make sloppy plays into ourselves. We didn't know what game cons were like winnable, and that's just not the case for us anymore. We're a different team.
Yeah, and I absolutely love the CC, like the CC chains, like
our layering is so much better.
Jarvan, Lulu, all again just absolutely massive. Thank you for coming in here and
of course.
talking to us.
See you guys in game 2.
Yep, see you in game 2. Honestly. Also, just one more thing. Toontown Lover is Shu's biggest fan apparently, as we see in chat. Yeah. And again, I would just like to appreciate like everybody's support out here because watching this is a ton of fun and really this is this is only possible because of you guys, the viewers. We actually do have. It looks like a lot of viewers in here today. I don't know. I think this is like all of the. All right. Yeah. So. Yeah, I've absolutely been loving this, and we've been seeing some hype moments. Really fortunate first game for you, Dio.
Yeah, this is really getting me. This is selling me the game better than League of Legends trailer would sell me the game.
Well, I like the League of Legends trailer, but this, I do think like hype moments like this are what really makes the game very interesting to fun to watch.
Now that I think about it, I think I did play League of Legends once. I think I played the tutorial.
Yeah, I
think I played the tutorial.
I do think that there is like a lot that you kind of have to learn before you can play the game, just because there's like so much, like
definitely the characters' names,
characters and abilities for every single character, and man, I mean, I honestly thought that I would never play this game, but here I am casting the game a couple of years later.
I always wanted to play it, like, even as like when I was smaller. I just never. To be fair, I'd give up the tutorial too.
Yeah, no, the tutorial is pretty bad. I think at least.
I just don't remember what I did. I think I played the tutorial, but I don't remember like what happened in the tutorial.
Very boring. And I have to update the score, which is right here, and update. That is really cool. I like this. I don't know. I'm gonna pin it to taskbar. Right? Yeah, that's it. Sorry, if you don't mind, but that's a. Yep, and they're getting ready for draft. Both teams kind of said R. They're ready, and 15% of my lifespan after that tutorial. Lost direction in life. I think personally, that is every League player's experience, because that tutorial is just it takes a toll. Definitely. Yep.
Draft is. You think? Okay, so you think teams, especially them, because they lost the first round, do you think they're gonna ban any of the champs that we just used?
Yes, I think we will see a Zeri ban immediately. I think that their team is going to recognize that the Jarvan was a problem, that the Zeri was an issue, and I think that for our team Seton Hill.
Definitely Mordekaiser.
I think we should see a Mordekaiser ban, Nico ban, and
Ace.
I think Acel is a sneaky. Might as well ban the whole team. Honestly, I would not be surprised. And Lulu carry again. I do like talking about this because the Lulu went 0-0 and like 25 at the end of the game, which for like is the perfect support stat.
We had like only 25 kills, so she's like
she
assisted every single kill.
Yeah, a very very good kill participation. Lulu is Shining Light's catalyst.
She had like that behind the scenes role of every. She's like the puppet master.
Yeah. I'm just making sure that we're not missing the draft.
We aren't in the draft. Lulu gets banned. No, don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave me. Don't leave.
Oh no! And we just saw. And again, we're seeing the immediate set ban, which is another top lane. I think that's one of his favorite picks.
Jhin is gone. Okay, Acel's gone.
Acel ban. I'm a little bit worried if we give up the Nico. That's kind of that comfort pick that the Stonehill needed to thrive.
Yumi is gone.
Zava. I like the Xayah ban as well. Yeah, names are very difficult. And again, we do see the Jarvan ban, leaving up unfortunately the Zeri pick, and again, just immediately first pick Zeri, maybe second pick Lulu. Jarvan ban, yeah, definitely. And they first pick Nico.
Wasn't Nico banned last match by us? Yeah.
So Nico is their mid laner's like comfort pick. She is as we can see right in the search, almost every single game is a Nico. Is again like almost every single game is Nico. 80 games on Nico this season alone, and they picked Seraphine. So interestingly enough, we could see Seraphine as a support or
Lulu's back.
Or an ADC.
Genie can stay.
Oh,
TT Lover, you can stay.
MG. Seraphine Lulu. Toontown Lover's favorite matchup in the game. She plays both of those characters.
This is my dream game. So Lulu's the support. Is Seraphine also support?
So Seraphine can either be played ADC or support.
Okay.
I think we should see her support. if I'm not mistaken.
Oriana's back in the game.
Yeah, we see this mid lane matchup, Oriana versus Nico.
Who else did we have last match? We had Zeri, Lulu, Oriana.
Zeri, Lulu, Oriana. The one difference that we have to see now is we cannot see a Jarvan.
Jarvan's gone. There's an Ashe now for us.
And it looks like they're gonna ban mostly the same exact things.
Minus the Jarvan.
Minus the Jarvan. Instead of Jarvan, we saw a Sylas ban. And it could... Okay. This is crazy. Ashe could be played ADC or support. Seraphine could be played ADC or support. My guess is actually Seraphine is ADC, or I guess APC, and Ashe is going to be the support. Oh, by the way, ADC stands for attack damage carry. And attack damage is like one of the two different types of attack. There's ability power and attack damage. Those are the two. So like ADCs are mostly attack damage heavy, and mid laners are typically AP heavy. Yeah, so we are seeing mostly the same bans, except now we see the Mordekaiser ban.
Yep, no more Mordekaiser.
Yeah, and we don't actually have to see any support bans coming out from Seton Hill because we know that Seraphine is most likely the support, or Seraphine or Ash is most likely the support.
Urgot.
Yeah, he's pretty massive too. They're banning out top laners. 3 top laners are gone from Stonehill. Yeah. Honestly, I'm expecting a super interesting game. This draft is already playing out like pretty differently. And a Gwen pick. Oh boy. So it looks like they're going to try to Stonehill is going to attempt to get their top laner to be like absolutely massive, get ton of damage.
So is Gwen the top laner?
Yeah. Okay. She's a bruiser top laner who does a ton of damage and kind of blocks a lot of damage as well. A very, very big pick from them. I'm super excited to see what we decide, or Seton Hill decides to pick into them. I think that Gwen is powerful, honestly, very powerful. And I do really like this Stonehill comp. I think that it is a lot of AP, but I think that they should. But after their jungler gets picked, it could show a different, like, what their intentions are. And a Tryndamere. Tryndamere pick is our top laner.
Okay.
And Zach is our jungler.
Zach looks like a booger.
He does look like a booger. My favorite skin of his isn't actually a skin; it's a chroma. So it's just a discoloration of him, and it's pink, and it's called Bubblegum Zach, and I love it. I like Zach a lot. He's one of my favorite junglers in this game. Actually, I think he is my favorite jungler.
So you know how normally for our Overwatch games you have to kind of use the default skin?
Yeah.
Do they have to do that here as well?
Since it doesn't have as big of an impact in League, there are certain skins that are banned that might have like a competitive advantage, such as a couple Pyke skins where like their dances look like one of their abilities. So those are banned in competitive play, but all of the skins are pretty much free use.
And then we have a
Viego.
Viego.
Names are tough in this game.
Yeah.
And I think Viego is also a super strong pick. I think looking at the draft, like I like both teams. I think that I think that Stonehill will have an easier time like with that burst damage. Nico has a pretty long CC, pretty powerful CC, I'd say, and a lot of AP damage. And Seraphine absolutely has a ton of CC and a ton of damage late game. And Gwen, of course, just melting people. And Seton Hill, we see a lot of the same type of team comp, where Zeri is going to be trying to get like ramp up a little bit and just start like slowly but very, very carefully melting down the enemy team.
Seton Lover, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, Dream Team.
The other team looks like a supermodel team. They look like they could be on the cover of like a magazine somewhere. So
fun fact: Seraphine is actually like an idol or like a singer, canonically. Nico is like a woodland spirit who can change into different.
Oh, so each character has their own story, like in most games. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever heard of the TV show Arcane.
I have.
Okay, that's based on this game.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's between Vi, who is a jungler, and Jinx, who is an ADC, and Victor, who's a mid laner. Yeah, a lot of love for Vi. And Viego, who is a very arrogant king. Oh, Caitlyn, who's also an ADC. Thank you.
Can't wait for this game to start. I feel obvious. So Gwen is their top laner, right?
Oh yeah, Gwen is their top laner.
I wonder how she's gonna fare against Zach.
She's gonna be mostly against Tryndamere, who's their top laner.
Oh, okay.
And
Zach's the jungler.
Yeah, Zach is it?
Zach's the trending. Okay.
I think Zach has really good ganks. I think that origami really favors these gank heavy roles where your goal is mainly to get your lane super ahead, and I think Zach is like low key very very powerful. But again, I do think that about Viego and Gwen and Seraphine. So, you know,
Zach looks like he can. One of his abilities, he can just like split into two. Can anybody do that?
you are right on the nose.
He can.
Yeah.
Yo.
His passive is actually if you kill him for the like while his passive is up, he he is going to he is going to like split into four, and if the four kind of conglomerate again, he gets revived
Right on the spot.
right on the spot if all four make it together.
And the person who destroys him probably
They're
their
gonna
job is to try to destroy at least one so they can't get together.
Well, destroy all of it. They have to destroy all of them. So it's
okay, let's say for instance you destroy one, but three get together.
yeah,
still
he
alive.
gets alive with less health. So like for each one that you destroy, it takes away a chunk of his health.
Okay.
And yeah, his whole thing is like he splits apart sometimes. So like whenever he uses an ability on something, part of him will split off, and if he like touches that, it heals him. And Viego's whole thing like is he steals people's souls. So he will see him become different things temporarily, different champs on the shoe.
So he can like turn into them.
Yeah.
Or
So
like just copy their moves.
after he kills them, after you get to kill him one of the Seton Hill team, he is going to get to become them and get all of their abilities, all of their items. So if one of them gets super fed, he will be super fed as that character. Interestingly enough.
Okay, hypothetically speaking, so if Viego was to get a kill on the Mordekaiser from last match,
Yes.
he would be like.
He would become Mordekaiser, and he would become this massive Goliath.
Is there a time limit on that too, or is it just?
Yeah, I think it's like 5 seconds maybe.
Okay.
It's not super long, but that is actually kind of a long time. I don't know. Okay, so we will see Seraphine as the ADC, APC, if you want to split hairs, and Ash is going to be the support. Yay! Just to confuse you more as well, Nico actually can become characters on her own team, but she doesn't get any abilities. She only like looks like them.
Like a pump fake, kind of like a.
100%. Yeah, perfect analogy. Again, man, Dio, you were just on the nose with this stuff today.
Yes,
Absolutely. Doesn't really do anything, but you know. The cam cover. Yep. And this draft played out we're seeing basically mostly the people in the roles that we expected. Nothing weird like Trendemir. Nothing weird like Trendemir jungle or anything like that. Does this like do anything, or is it? Oh no, this is the tournament stuff. Okay. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to check this out. This is really cool. You can even customize hero.
I tried playing with this one day, and I broke the whole thing. So then I had to reset everything, and I never touched it since. I think the only person that knows how to use it well is Nathan.
Well, I think Lewis also learned how to do some of it as well, but I think that was a very minimal amount. Okay. So again, we have the 2.5 minute stream delay, so we kind of try to at least give a something to look at. I'm gonna go for Malphite, just because he is a rock creature. Galio.
You're wrong.
Galio is a good guess. Okay.
I think Gina made Lodal.
Yeah, I think that
yeah.
she coded it herself. Oh, what am I looking at? Okay. Splash art. I want to say Jarvan, maybe. I'm thinking like a Jarvan style character. Any thoughts, dude? No. Okay. Gina, any guesses? Or Toontown logo?
We take a look at the other characters that we have, like the ones that we just selected.
Oh! You want to check out
the team?
I don't think it'd be any of these. Maybe Tryndamere, if anything. Maybe I don't know. See that?
Would it be Viego? Maybe.
Wait, a cow.
A cowboy.
Would it be
I don't
Viego?
think it's a cowboy.
Try Twisted Fate. We could try Twisted Fate. Oh man. You see, I have no idea what I'm looking at here, which is
It
really
looks like
messing me
a
up.
ghost.
Oh, Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia. Okay, so she's kind of like the Medusa type character. She probably most likely turned all of these people to stone just by looking at them. And then this is default. That's not even a skin. I know it's not a skin. It is just her splash. I put just default. Yep, and that actually takes us right to the game. Nice. Perfect. Oh no, Lodal hate in the chat. Okay, I'm super excited to get back into this game. I really, really looking forward to seeing this great performance from both teams, honestly.
I wish we can just fast forward to like mid-game.
Yeah, but I think a lot of the fun is seeing how we got there, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
cool
that bottom team is just models. It looks like I'm at like a anime con and
100%. Like, just incredible outfits from all of them. Yeah, just honestly, all of them look amazing. All of these skins are super cool.
He's like on a ghost horse.
That is Ash. That is a really, really cool skin. That is the skin that's doing that. And they show up here again. Oh, and we're seeing a bit of a scuffle down here in bot lane.
Oh, really?
Or I mean, mid to top jungle, and they back off. But that gives a little bit of rage for Tryndamere, and forces. Be careful because Ash and Nico and Seraphine are just Ash and Nico are here, and man, just an absolutely terrifying, a really really tense situation coming out from in this mid top jungle. One thing that I do think is also super important for having this word right here, we're gonna see where Viego is pathing the entire game. So we're gonna have like almost perfect vision on him. You know, we're gonna know immediately if he decides not to take his red buff. We're gonna know if he's working his way top lane or if he decides to go for mid lane. So I really really like this play from Origami, who is the one that placed down this board. Yep, Origami. Yeah, and it looks like Zach also decided to start blue buff. So and that is a bit more prio to our Zeri.
I know the other team is scared of that Zeri becoming OP again.
Oh, 100%, and I would be too. And we're immediately seeing this Viego here. This is again a very dangerous situation, but I think that Zeri and Lulu kind of sense something going on. They get their level 2, and oh man, just a very, very tense situation. Uh-oh, you have to watch out. Oh man, and she Shiny Light just disengages, rides over the wall.
It's crazy.
Yep, and we're back, just laning. Zeri's forced to back. Really not seeing anything too out of the ordinary though. And again, yep, just farming in all lanes. A little bit of poke coming out from Oriana, coming out from Nico. And as I was talking about before, we see how comfortable Captions feels on this Nico. We talked about it before game, but this is their comfort pick. This is like their go-to, their main, if you will. But Quantum, we've seen this Oriana. We've seen how well it works. We've seen it last game. We've seen, and I don't even know if. Okay, honestly, I'm not 100% sure that that Viego even cleared his top jungle once yet.
So.
No, he did not. That's actually shocking. He's gonna have a hard time upgrading his smite at this point. Yep, and again, I said it before. And again comes out onto Quantum, and a lot of damage. Doesn't even have to flash out, and Zach kind of just defends Quantum, just making sure that nothing happens. And
make sure he stays up.
Very well played from Quantum. He knew for a fact that he did not need to use any summoner sums. He didn't use his cleanse. He didn't use his flash because he knew he didn't need to. And he is just that guy. Zeri's looking a little bit low on mana, a little bit oomed, but that level up kind of gives her a bit more.
A little more.
Oh, and they don't know that they're on a ward. Backing on a ward can be a little bit dangerous because now they can be stopped very easily. And
are there 2 wards right there?
Oh, and the flash is forced out from Ashe. That is so unfortunate for Ashe. Yeah. She must have thought that she was safe, and Salvation just walks up and unfortunately
hit her with a one.
Ashe more like forced flash. Uh-oh, and a gank comes out, but this Gwen is level 6, and a flash comes in. Still not level 6 from Shoot Pipe. And they're forced to disengage. Trading a flash for Ignite. And first blood goes to
Lulu.
Goes to Lulu. It's a little bit unfortunate that Lulu got it, but it's important to remember that that this means that Seraphine is forced to back off. She's gonna lose so many minions. She's gonna lose and this wave is in a really, really good state for Shu. Yep. And we see here they're forced to reset. And Quantum is doing another really good job of forcing them behind tower, making sure that his advantage is pushed. Lulu first blood, she deserves it.
That is surprising. I would not have guessed Lulu first blood. That's the last person I thought would get the first blood.
Yeah, so normally they try to give it to they'll try to give it to the ADC, but in this situation it's more important to get the kill first and then worry about who specifically is getting the and I think even though Seraphine is here, she's still gonna lose like a little bit of minions to this tower just because of how the wave state fell, and Zeri and Lulu are gonna get a really good reset, and we know this because we see it, but Gwen does not have an ult, and Tryndamere has an ult and Ghost, so this is a dangerous situation for Gwen, even though she's about 10 CS up. We're not seeing as much of a CS gap. Every lane has about a 10 CS gap, which is pretty big, but it's still early on. They're still like, Seraphine, I would say, is a bit more of a late, an early game than Zeri at least. And another little scuffle in the mid lane, 2v2, and Viego decides to path bot again. So again, we're not seeing Viego almost ever in his own jungle. He is just ganking again and again this bot lane, and still to show for it, they have no kills up on the bot lane, which is unfortunate for him. But again, as this game keeps going on, it's going to be increasingly hard for Shu to get dragons, to get really just these important things that they need on the map. If Viego keeps ganking down here, he's done a really good job of curving there.
Yeah, I think by this time last round we had one dragon already.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, by this time we had a dragon, which unfortunately for us means that we have a little bit less. If everything, we have a little bit less of a slower scale at the very least. But and both ults up for both, and it looks like they're gonna try to go for an all-in.
I'll take one of them out.
Well, Tryndamere just forces out a little bit of like some ability, a little bit of mana, and disengages. I think in the 1v1, I'm fairly certain that and the cleanse comes out. A huge Seraphine ult, but it does not matter. Zeri gets the first kill. Second kill in the game, and they give a double kill to Zeri. I really like this play. It gives the Zeri a chance to scale up, and it gives her a chance to show her impact, especially later game. Oh, and the Gwen ultimate comes out. This is dangerous. Shootpipe decides that it's still winnable. He's going in, and he
heals up. I think
he uses his ult and ghosts and heals out. Really well played. Viego kind of shows top. Trying to push in this wave, trying to make it so then Tryndamere cannot back. But I think Tryndamere has to back, or else it's going to be killed. And unfortunately, we see the Rift Herald spawned, and this is going to be a lot of plates going over to Zeri or Gwen, and and another engage. It looks like Salvation is going to be kind of
take it down. Yeah, he just got back, didn't he?
And they trade a kill and dragon for a Gromp on the other side, and a lot of plates.
Looks like we're gonna take a dragon.
Yep, and I do think that's one of the biggest impacts of.
Is that Viego right there?
No, that's the mid laner. I think that's one of the biggest impacts of the junglers showing where they are, because that makes the rest of the team, the enemy team, know exactly where you are and what you can and can't do. So like Viego was top, so he can't help defend Dragon or defend Ashe bot lane. And Ashe Era just barely goes wide of Quantum. We'll call that a dodge, but
Looks like he's gonna try and take tier 1 turret. Put it down a little bit at least.
Yeah, and just a lot of plates going over, a lot of gold for Shu. But what is important to realize is that a lot of gold in the top lane went to Gwen, so again we're just gonna see an absolutely massive top laner from Stonehill. I think that's definitely their playstyle. I think that they enjoy having the very well-fed top laner. Oh, and the ult comes out, and a kill for Quantum, a solo kill under tower. Quantum using Oriana's ball to just like, very, very well. And Gwen ultimate comes out, and Tryndamere matches ult with ult. And I wonder if we're gonna see.
He's still in.
Yeah, he still is. Flash comes out from. And this is another ult for.
They destroy the turret.
I don't know if they know if Viego's here. Oh well, I mean, if they knew that he was there, I wonder. Oh, and he's forced to use his ult.
Gets out of there.
Yeah, Viego's ultimate is forced to use over the wall, which is really unfortunate because Viego relies so much on that ult just to get things done. So for the next like minute and a half, he's going to be, for the next like minute and a half he's going to be almost 2 minutes. He's going to be not useless, but at an extreme disadvantage.
Ultimate by.
Oh, and an amazing cleanse! What a cleanse! Quantum with the extremely fast hands. Oh, and the cleanse out of the Seraphine ult for another kill for Shiny Light. Oh, and baited in by the Lulu, and a double kill. 2v2 double kill for the Shu bot lane. And
this is a good duo. This is that Zulu and Zeri.
Yep. Yeah, we are just seeing their synergy absolutely pop off, and
what was that like?
we have to be a little bit careful because
was that the Viego?
Yep. Viego could pick up one more, and he decides to just go for the wave instead. I actually really like this play. I think that it's important to not let all of those minions go to waste. Make sure that, you know. Oh, and then all comes out on. Has to be careful of Flash forced out. Just barely living that, but oh man, and Quantum is just showing his prowess on this character.
We're gonna see a game.
And I am a little bit nervous because I do think that this Gwen is pretty.
Yeah, I don't think the two of them can take on the Gwen.
I think that Gwen might make it out. Ultimate comes out from Zac. And they decide to just let her go, let her back. I think that was extremely well played from the Gwen. Oh, and Shiny Light hops over the wall, looking for some.
Just deleting his health.
Yeah, man. It's about half of the health gone, and the entire wave just gets melted as well. It looks like they're going to clear a couple wards.
So like, those wards. So like, are they similar? Have you ever played Dead by Daylight?
I have, yeah.
Are they similar to how totems work? The wards.
What does the totem do?
Like, let's say the killer has an active totem, and if that totem is still like on the map, he gets like, instead of have to hitting you twice for you to go down, you can just go straight down.
So basically the words are just like, they give you vision. Yeah. Okay. So we're even seeing in chat, it's like a vision thing. So like as you clear more ward, it basically like you can only see where your characters or your towers or your minions are, and if you put a ward down, you can even see
where this around.
Yeah, around the ward. So like for example, like Shiny Light should or Shu should not be able to see this, but they can because of the and even as I'm saying this, we're seeing a great engage, and again, captions is showing how comfortable they feel on this pick. They are they know exactly their limit, and they know how much they can give and take before. But vision is a huge part of this game, and it changes a lot. And the team with more vision is basically a free advantage. Thank you to Developer. So I like to call this game kind of like chess almost, where chess has like perfect like vision. Mm-hmm. So imagine like a chessboard, but if you could only see what your pieces could see, the more vision that you give your pieces, the more of an impact your pieces will have. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with League. Oh, and an engage comes out onto the.
We're almost done with that tier 1 Nico.
Oh, and an ult comes out in the bot lane, 1v1, and there's a 4v4 going on, or 4v3 going on in the mid lane.
They're gonna take out the tower. Yep.
Yeah, and that's a tower down. And it looks like Gwen is going to split push top lane, but unfortunately for them, that means that we're gonna take the second drag. Oh, and it looks like they might try to counter engage, but we smited away and preparing for the fight. They decide to just get out right now while they can, while it's still even. And they trade.
Last match. What does the Mountain Rises mean?
So that means that there will be like there are four or five different types of dragons. I forgot how many, but basically each one has like a dragon soul or a Drake soul.
Okay.
And
right now we have 2.
Yeah, we have 2.
They don't even have any yet right now.
So that means if we get 4, then we get the soul.
Yeah.
So basically, that just tells you what the soul is going to be, and it's going to be a mountain soul.
Okay. Oh, that's them.
Yeah, that's them. Yeah. So last semester we could see, like, we could hear almost everything that they said, Lewis and I, and so we could hear exactly when they won, exactly when they lost. I don't think that's not them winning or losing. It's way too early for that. And we see a 3v3 engage, Seraphine ult, and immediately ults come out from both supports, and Zach ults and forces out the does not force out the Viego ult, and a TP comes down. This is a massive CC chain from and Oriana with a double kill! And Zeri comes in to clean up the last one. Just incredible team play. Quantum knows that if he comes down, it'll be a surefire fight. And Shu Quantum is
this is the part of the
dominating
game that I
map.
like.
Yeah.
When we start grouping up.
I think it's very safe to say that we are officially in the mid lane or the mid game. And again, it's really funny because they picked knowing their play style. Shu actually picked a counter split pusher. So now Tryndamere just absolutely melts tier 1 tower, melts tier 2 tower, and Nico is forced to go up just to stop him from getting to to inhibitor tower. Yeah, just the map pressure right now.
He has a pet now.
Yeah. The jungle item gives them pets, so both of them already have their item completed, but so they both have upgraded pets. His is a fire dog, and his is like a green healing dog. And Zach engages onto the Gwen, and she's looking for the blast cone. Barely gets over, and we have to be a little bit careful. Shoe pipe flashes in. Oh man, and absolutely chases down that Gwen. And he does use his ult, and Viego is forced to use his ult as well. But Zach is not going to let him go that easily. Zach uses his ult on him, and a kill for Zach. Absolutely perfectly played. Very well played from both people, both Shoe Pipe and Shoe Origami. Another great play. Oh, and Seraphine ult comes through. Shiny Light flashes in under tower. 2 towers shooting at him currently. Loglio is going to get barely not go down.
Another.
And all five people go down for a Stonehill.
These guys.
Unfortunately, this one was not a pentakill. That would have been really, really fun to see.
Yeah.
Maybe we could have seen like a.
She'll get it next week.
Seraphine. Sorry about that.
There you go.
Yeah.
16 unanswered kills. That's actually insane.
Yeah, I wonder who's gonna be the first to go down on Shu, if any. Yeah, but again, if you look at this, like Gwen has a lot of farm, 2 items plus boots. That is a very very scary sight to see on the enemy team. Seraphine with Leandries, again very very terrifying to see, and it'll be very interesting to see how they make their impact known throughout the rest of the game. Gwen pushes out her ult immediately, and Zac is ganking again, but so much damage is coming through from Tryndamere, and
Gwen is down.
just absolutely melting. And they decide to actually take.
Oh, they're looking to take the drag.
Yeah, and this is actually pretty big because it has a bounty as well. I really like this play from Stonehill. I think that it was super smart, knowing that the Zac is top lane, and they just decided to, okay, Zac is top lane, we'll just go for drag. Like how are they going to stop us? They don't have smite, and oh man, this is very very risky. I don't know about this play. Baron's at about half. This is super big. It looks like it's going to be a 1v1 smite, and Shu Origami gets the smite, forcing Viego to use his ultimate out. And this next fight is going to be extremely tough for Viego if they decide to take it at all, and they just disengage. Trading a dragon for Baron is really really massive for Shu. But again, that one dragon.
What they got, is it like 2?
So them getting that one drag, basically it delays us, or it delays Shu from getting Dragon Soul.
Okay.
And wait, why is Zac growing close? Oh, it's because he's the GOAT. Oh, okay. Oh man, and Nico gets trapped out. Nico uses her ult. And he positions himself super well, forces the flash out. Oh man, and just another great display from Shu Pipe. And this is looking a little bit desperate for Tryndamere. Forces out his ult, so ult for ult. They have to be careful. Viego is on the flank. Quantum with an amazing cleanse. And Zeri ult in. This could be massive. And then Zeri W! Just barely reaching him. And Origami uses his ult. The CC chain is insane. And Quantum. And every single one of them dodges that Seraphine ult with precision and grace. I absolutely love this team play from Shu.
Gone. Looking to take inhibitor Quantum may have to regroup.
And Pipe gets the inhibitor. This is 2 inhibitors going down. Again, top lane is the only inhibitor level left.
Two-Town Lover. This is a pretty team, but it's not a pretty game.
Yeah, but Shu does have to be very, very careful because, again, the Stonehill is not lacking any scaling. if Viego gets a couple resets, fight could go horribly wrong, and that's so much gold. That's like 2,000 gold.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, because we see like a lot of, but again, as the game goes on, these fights are going to get harder and harder. Especially being 20-0. It's a very, very dire situation for Stonehill. And 2 inhibitors down. They're gonna have a very hard time pushing anything. Yes, we can have a post-game interview. I might ask the coach. Because we have yet to meet the coach.
It's not Obez.
It is no. Sorry, it's the League of Legends coach. It is I think his name is Exor. and he went pro actually. So he is a very very good. Actually, I think that I think that we'll ask one of the one of the players because I feel like they'll probably
23 unanswered kills. If Stonehill wants to get one, now's the time to get one.
Yeah, and it just keeps going in this direction. Seraphine goes down, and again they're just melting these turrets. Shoot pipe, forced to use his ult. He is leaving, but this is looking a little bit risky.
Zeri just deleting health.
And Shiny Light just running circles around this team, flashes the Ash ult, and
deleting health.
And just like the pressure on this map is just going like insane. Oh man, and they back off for now. Just kind of attempting to regroup before hopefully one final push. As the drag goes up, and I think they're gonna grab this drag and immediately walk right back up to the Nexus. Yeah, I do really like this play. I think that it's definitely very safe, especially knowing that like they have kind of less health. Making sure that they get at least one reset off before the last fight. So then they can push their advantages and not give up any objective bounties. And hopefully go for the perfect game.
25-0 right now.
And man, I think if anything, this just shows how as they were talking about with the mid game, the mid interview between after the first game. This just goes to show how okay, yeah, Trindamir's kind of taking that Orianna. Yeah, we're even seeing all the pings come out. I was about to say that was definitely a he took the blue buff from Orianna, and it doesn't look like Stonehill's going to be able to respond at all to this Baron steal. It's already half health, and they're not even halfway. Ashall comes out and
take the Baron.
Baron, I think. What is going to stop Shu from just walking at the enemy team, forcing a fight?
Zach look huge now.
Yeah, no, he is massive. And Shiny Light hopping over the wall alone, getting the Nico, and Trindamir takes a kill of his own. Viego ults out, and I think this is Trindamir looking for another on Gwen. Gwen pops the ult, Seraphine pops the ult, gets Lulu and Trindamir. And I think this is gonna be it. A perfect game from Shu. 3 drags, 2 Barons, 2 games later, and oh boy, what an incredible display. 27-0. Gosh. And again, just
Stonehill had no idea what to do.
Yeah, especially after that much scaling. The Zeri, the Zac, the Orianna, and even the Tryndamere, the Lulu, just all of them just making their massive impact known. And I think I would like to invite. Does one of you want to come over here for a post-game interview? Yeah. Both come over. The whole Logan. We're gonna get 2 Logans for this interview. I would like to welcome yet again Shu Origami, and for the first time Shu Log Leo. Well, welcome guys. How did you feel about this?
Well, Lulu. Just based off their draft alone, we could tell that they were going to be pretty AP heavy. So we kind of knew we just needed like one true tank. Based off of that, we just were able to create a lot of appeal for Austin and Logan again. Same with Quan. And then Joe just played it really safe up top. We knew that Gwen getting big is a terrifying thing for us. So
I even mentioned that a couple times on this stream.
You could probably tell in some of the ganks that I had top.
Yeah.
Even those, like, we would play those super cautiously, fade out the ult, try to get it out of the way. No, but we just played it really safe. We didn't die, so perfect game.
And 100%. And I would also like to draw attention to the Lulu,
The Lulu?
who I would like to say you had a pretty big impact on keeping everybody alive, especially in the later game.
I
with
wouldn't
the,
say so.
It's
the
just
ultimates and the
Yeah, especially with some of those tower shots that were ramping up. Those
yeah.
Lulu shields.
Lulu's cooldowns are too low for her not to just be permanently picked. And they were concerned about the Yuumi, and they just left Zeri open.
Yeah.
Which made absolutely no sense.
leaving Zeri and leaving I would say one of your most comfortable picks at this point, Lulu,
Yeah.
Lulu.
Long Lulu. I'll take that, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but we just drafted better, I think, in my opinion, and because of that, it was able to turn into a pretty
Yeah.
early lead.
And-
I don't know if you remember that first play that we had bought that led to that double kill for us, and that
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, what was that?
Massive.
4 or 5 minutes in.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 minutes.
Exactly. So you can't let the Zeri get kills that early, or she's just going to scale indefinitely
No,
faster.
absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
So I mean, I love to see. I think that's playoffs for us.
Yeah, for sure.
We're pretty excited about that.
Yeah. Do you have another regular season game?
We have one more.
I think next week.
Next
yeah.
week's our last regular season game.
Okay. And that will be Friday, right?
That will be Friday.
Yeah.
Back to the normal schedule. Just to we had a bunch of spring break fiascos, so we had a bunch of games that weren't on the normal time. But we should be back to Friday next week. So
Just skip Kentucky.
yeah, we'll see you all on Friday though, guys.
Yeah, and for our viewers, I think that this is the perfect time to kind of plug our other. On Tuesday we have, and I thank you guys for for the interview. Amazing play, good job. Really proud of you guys. Again, for the rest of the streams for the week, we have Tuesday. No Overwatch, actually. I think. Yeah, I think the Overwatch season is done. Rocket League is on Wednesdays, and next Friday is going to be Overwatch is done, and the league match. Yeah, great. I think we're gonna wrap this stream up. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, Dio, for coming here and.
This is a good experience.
Yeah, great experience.
League of Legends, you probably got yourself a new user.
Yeah. Learn League, right? Yeah, we even saw Blues last year, but again, I'm gonna try. My brain always just wants to extend this because I do love reading chat. I love watching these league games, but every good thing has to come to a close, and that concludes our week of streaming. We'll see you all next week on Wednesday, hopefully. And thank you all for stopping by.